Hi writers, and welcome in this new, wonderful, maybe, and also raw graffiti video. As sometimes happens, welcome into it from my kitchen. However, as first thing today, I'm gonna tell you a secret. This part of the painting, I mean deciding the color scheme and most of all mixing the wonderful, incredible bucket paint is one of the things that I hate the most. So, I don't hate to prepare my paintings, because I truly like the preparation process, but the thing is that I hate do it when I am kinda on the run. So today it was supposed to be a one-day painting, but fortunately something that I should have done tomorrow has been delayed. That means that I have today and the next day to paint. And of course, a chill day with a chill painting can start only with a chill breakfast at 11 AM, but whatever, before 12 PM is still breakfast, eating pan carré with a not paid advertising by Nutella. Cheers! Okay, 1 hour and something and a couple mental breakdown later, let's finally go to at least start this chill painting. Okay, as you can see, I am at my usual legal spot. I feel like I would like to share some thoughts with you, but I think that I need to focus on something different than my intrusive thoughts right now, and I think that making the sketch might help me. I just think that I will share those things with you later. Okay, so let's get into the sketch. Today I'm gonna paint over Mr. Urto. If you want to check him out on Instagram, his account is linked in the description below. The sketch is the one you are seeing in this moment and is not large enough to fit all over Urto's piece. So I will probably take the two middle section of Urto's spot, this section here and also this one here. Now let's sketch with some leftovers. Safety first. I've done the first lines looking at the reference you are seeing right now, which is a reference that I've done compositing my paper sketch and a picture of the wall, in order to know more or less where my letters are on the wall, to then work just with the paper sketch, because I don't like to sketch looking at the compositing I've done. I prefer to work just with the paper sketch, but this time something in the middle. Let's get the paper sketch. As always, I am layering. As you can see, I started with this kind of pink for the first super raw structure, then I'm refining it a little bit with this violet, and now I'm gonna use this brown. Not tall enough. This van, dear writers, is the beginning of the end of my beloved quiet painting. Okay, I am almost there with the sketch. I have to refine a lot of things actually, but now I need a little break, because if I would do the changes now, the sketch would still probably look exactly the same. I don't know, it's like when you write something and you need a moment thinking to something else to set your brain free from the thoughts you already have, and after this break you can start writing, or in my case sketching again with a fresh mind, let's say. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So, after this little regenerating break, I started refining the sketch. Obviously, since I am a little compulsive on redoing lines, the refining suddenly turned into adding another complete layer of the sketch using the white. But despite I hate this redoing lines thing when it takes over, I have to say that this time making the sketch clear was the right decision. By the way, as you can slightly see on the left, the guy in the van got reached by other guys in another van. I found out that they were workers that were having a lunch break. The problem is that they were so loud, as you can hear.
Ale tudo lá baixo. O fogão. Um gajo isso. Vamos lá de volta para o que está.
Anyway, their loudness isn't a biggie afterwards. While they were having their break, I painted in grey the space on the wall all around my piece. Of course, I did it after making the first lines, as I always do, to save as much paint as possible. I have to say that sketching on a pre-painted wall is way easier and enjoyable than sketching crossover, but since I basically always painted crossover since I was 16, nowadays I got used to it. Oh, finally nobody's here anymore. The only problem is that I'm not tall enough to reach the top of the wall, so I will dip my brush in the bucket paint, then I will close this bucket and I will step on it. Professional. Of course, the top is not perfect, but without a ladder and a stick, that's more than okay. So, this first day is coming to an end, and basically this painting was supposed to be a super chill painting, free from bad vibes and thoughts and stuff like that. But this morning, personal issues turned my mood a little bit down, let's say. At some point I felt not motivated to go out and paint, but suddenly I realized that today and tomorrow, fortunately, are the only 2 days in weeks that I have, let's say, free enough to paint. So basically, after a mental breakdown, as I said, I actually forced myself to go out and paint. Was this a good thing at the end? Yes, at the end I enjoyed the day and hopefully I will enjoy also tomorrow. However, I think that this is the proper end to that poetic and conscious moment. So, writers, good morning. This morning we have an upgrade, a wonderful cornetto from my personal cornetti dealer. Cheers! Lo amo. However, panini. Where is my Michelin star? Let's compact it a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, I am at the spot. It's time for the bucket paint reveal. Oh shit. Ah, what a wonderful noise. By the way, writers, you might have noticed that I feel better today. Yesterday's graffiti session and video session helped me a lot. Okay, first layer is done. Meanwhile, I wait this beauty to dry for the second layer. Hopefully I will not break the bucket. I feel like it's the right moment to say panini, panini, panini. Panini are back on channel. Buon appetito, dear writers. Okay, it's been a while since the last clip I recorded. I've done the second layer of bucket paint while I was having a phone call with my friend Erasares, which you are not seeing recently in the videos because he's in Germany currently. Trouble life for the tattoo. It's time for the background that is gonna be something similar to this yellow background you're seeing right now, at least in my head, but a little bit more scribbled. So welcome back on my head. Within the background I am writing 724, which is a number I will talk about in a proper video. However, I wrote the 7 and the 4, but unfortunately the camera switched off while I was going to write the 2. So I wrote it with the very last bit of paint there was inside the can, and so the 2 came out very dirty. But after a fast check looking at the piece through the camera of my phone, I noticed that it is okay as it is, fortunately. When you are not sure about it, just look at it through the camera of your phone. If it's still looking not good also through it, you might have a problem. But fortunately, it isn't my case. However, let's make this outline. Okay, outline done. Here I completely missed the line, but it was a pretty smooth outline, I have to say. I wanted not to be super precise, and at the end of the video in the analysis I will explain to you why, so stay tuned till the end. Adding details is very important.
Allora ti piacciono le cose? Attenzione, forse quella macchina sta venendo.
So, it's time for the final touch, the overline and the highlights. Let's do it. Pro artist. Okay. As you can see, it's perfect. I don't know now if I have to do it completely or just in some spots. Fuck! Completely. Okay, dear writers, I am done with the piece. So yeah, I can say that forcing me to paint yesterday, it was a good choice. Also because I'm very happy with the final result. It's exactly like I wanted it to be. I dedicated my piece to Mr. Reis and Mr. Ares. Mr. Ares because we talked while I was filling the piece, and yeah, you know, when a friend is far away, it's always a pleasure to at least speak on the phone with him. And the other one for Reis is because yesterday I published a story on Instagram with some bucket paint, of course, and he answered me saying that I am the king of the bucket paint. Of course, I am king of nothing and no one, but it was very funny, and actually Mr. Reis is one of my #1 supporters. He always comments my videos, so a prop besides a piece is the bare minimum I can do, so thank you, Mr. Reis. However, this is how 2 days of painting in the chilling but with some mental breakdowns look like. But as always, let's analyze it. First, the balancing is classic. All the letters are equally sized. The left part of the V and the vertical stick of the T are slanted towards down in the middle. It makes the piece a bit more dynamic. The thing that I like about this piece is that it fills your eyes, let's say. There are a lot of extra elements and there is also a classic graffiti element, the heart. It isn't at the center of the piece, but it isn't a problem in terms of balancing. There is no overweight to the right, because the side flattened arrow of the V and this lead add a little bit more weight to balance it all. Today's letter, by the way, are very cool. The V is static, but thanks to the side structure and to this bottom part connected with the E, it turns to be very nice. I built the piece around the E. It is the core of it. It is also the only letter properly connected to another one by using a stick, which is, by the way, one of the things that balance the heart, since this connection is one of the things that you notice as first when looking at the piece, because it is the only almost horizontal stick, and so it pop out. The N is very cool. I should have done this hole a bit bigger, but at the end it's okay. The T is perfect, one of the best T I have ever done. Together with the flattened arrow, this part is one of the most flowish of the whole piece. The color scheme is incredibly satisfying, and the background as well. It is exactly like I wanted it to be. It is a bit hidden by the shadows and the overline, but it is still working very good. In general, I am trying to paint like I sketch on the paper, but I will do a proper video about it, so stay tuned and tell me in a comment if you already got some changes I have done recently. However, this is it for today, guys. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you want to be updated on the new YouTube videos, and see you next time with a very special and unusual video.